Most people think their lack of results comes from poor training. They want a better split, more exercises, more intensity. But very few people ask the most important question: is my body actually recovering from the work I'm doing? Muscle is not built by effort alone. It's built by adaptation. And adaptation only happens when recovery resources exceed stress. This video is a complete masterclass on sleep, stress, and cortisol, the invisible factors that determine whether your training builds muscle or slowly breaks you down. What recovery really means: recovery is not passive rest. Recovery is an active biological process. It includes muscle tissue repair, nervous system restoration, hormonal normalization. Energy replenishment. Training creates a deficit. Recovery repays that deficit with interest, if conditions allow. If recovery is insufficient, muscle protein synthesis drops, injury risk rises, progress stalls. You don't grow from training, you grow from recovering from training. The stress bucket model. Think of stress as a bucket. Every stressor fills it. Heavy training, work deadline, financial pressure, poor sleep, emotional conflict. Your body doesn't separate stress types. It only sees total load. When the bucket overflows, cortisol rises, recovery shuts down, performance drops. Most people don't train too hard, they live too stressed. Sleep, the foundation of all adaptation. Sleep is the most anabolic behavior you have. During quality sleep, growth hormone spikes, muscle repair accelerates, neural fatigue resets, insulin sensitivity improves, sleep deprivation causes reduced testosterone, elevated cortisol, increased fat storage, impaired decision-making. Chronic 5 to 6 hour sleep can reduce testosterone by up to 30%. Mimics hormonal aging. No supplement can override this. Sleep architecture. Why quality matters. Sleep is not one uniform state. Key stages: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep, physical recovery, growth hormone release, REM sleep, cognitive recovery, emotional regulation. Disrupting sleep architecture: alcohol, late caffeine, irregular schedules. 8 hours of broken sleep is not recovery. Consistency beats perfection. Circadian rhythms in modern life. Your body runs on a 24-hour clock. Circadian rhythms regulate hormones, body temperature. Alertness. Modern life disrupts this through artificial light, screens at night, irregular schedules. This leads to poor sleep quality, hormonal dysregulation, reduced recovery. Your biology still lives in nature, even if your life doesn't. Cortisol, the most misunderstood hormone. Cortisol is not bad, it's essential. It mobilizes energy, increases alertness, helps you survive stress. Problems arise when cortisol is chronically elevated. Chronic high cortisol breaks down muscle, increases abdominal fat, suppresses immune function, reduces testosterone. Training raises cortisol temporarily. Life stress raises cortisol chronically. That difference matters. Testosterone, cortisol, and the anabolic environment. Muscle growth depends on hormonal balance, not single hormones. High testosterone plus controlled cortisol equals growth. Low testosterone plus high cortisol equals breakdown. Sleep deprivation alone lowers testosterone, raises cortisol. This creates a catabolic environment. Even with perfect training, hormones respond to lifestyle patterns, not isolated actions. Overtraining versus under-recovery. True overtraining syndrome is rare. Under-recovery is everywhere. Signs: flat workouts, loss of motivation, poor sleep, elevated resting heart rate, nagging injuries. The solution is not mental toughness. It's less volume, better sleep stress, reduction, strategic deloads. Progress requires restraint. How to train hard and still recover. Smart training principles. Train close to failure, not to exhaustion. Limit junk volume. Respect weekly set ranges. Plan deloads. Intensity without recovery is destruction. Consistency with recovery is growth. Practical recovery systems. Sleep optimization. Fixed sleep, wake times. Dark, cool bedroom, no screens pre-bed, stress management, daily walking, breathing protocols, mental boundaries, nutrition, adequate calories, carbohydrates to blunt cortisol, regular meal timing, recovery as a system, not a hack. Long-term recovery and training for decades. The strongest physiques aren't built fast. They're built by people who recover well, people who manage stress, people who train intelligently for years. Recovery determines longevity. If recovery is broken, nothing else matters. Sleep is training. Stress management is training. Recovery is not optional. Respect biology. Train intelligently, and your body will respond.